Guys, Mike here, recording another arena. Just joined the tournament. And we're gonna wait for our first pairing. So, we have old Brooksy playing Oni right away. King Smegma against Czechberg. RPLV Chess against Bobby Fischer III. We have 29 players registered. Last week we had 32 players. 29 actually played. This week we have 29 so far. Let's check out the matchup between old Brooksy and Oni. Got some French defense. And hopefully we get paired soon. Earlier today I played one game with a time control of 10 minutes and lost to a 1900 player from up a piece. My rapid rating is currently at 2208, while my peak was about 2250. We have some new players today that haven't played before. In particular, Czechberg has not played before. He's a master. We have old Brooksy, who is also a master, hasn't played before. We already have RPLV Chess with a win over Bobby Fischer III. That was quick. And we also have Chess Prakis is a new player that haven't played before. And we have, I think that's about, we have Yorchi from Wisconsin joining us as well. So 2.5 minutes into the arena, Ryan with 2 points. We are waiting for pairing. Should get a game soon. Hopefully some people will still join to push this tournament to 30 players. And there we are, we go and play RPLV chess immediately. So I'm gonna start out with knight f3 and c4. And we'll play b4. The system that allowed us to take down James Canty last week. So expecting castle, and after that I could play g3 or e3. I've been playing both, and lately I tend to play g3 more. Not sure what is he thinking. Castle's pretty standard. That is fine. That is exactly what James Canty did against us last week. b5 is automatic, more or less. And we'll see what to do next. By the way, this was a position that Reti himself beat Capablanca with. I don't really understand the point of a4. I'll go g3 anyway. And okay, he's undermining my center. I think bishop g2 looks very reasonable. Just gonna ignore his attempts on castle as well. So back in 1924, Richard Reti, whose birthday would have been, I believe, 2 days ago, he played against Capablanca and took him down. d5 is the first major decision point for us. Should probably take on d5. And if queen takes d5, knight c3. If knight takes d5, we will trade queens. And if this move, well, we can play knight c3, but then a3 is coming. and that will force us to go bishop c1. On the other hand, I might play a3 myself and play knight c3. The challenge is what to do once he attacks my pawn. So let's say some kind of bishop d7. So I think I want to get d4 in, maybe d3. Not sure. So a3, bishop d7, knight c3, and if d4, knight takes a4. So I'll try to do that. So I'll go a3, idea to play knight c3. And we'll see what he does. So his options are knight d7 and all that. Okay, so that looks very interesting actually. It's a good try. Queen a5. The pawn is hanging. And we can play knight c3. Knight c3 here. And then he has knight e4. To which we can just play rook b1, knight takes c3, bishop takes c3, bishop takes c3. It's interesting. Yeah, so knight d4, e5. So that looks pretty scary. So just go with knight c3, expecting knight e4. Moves instantly and attacks his knight a few times. If rook b1, knight takes c3, bishop takes c3, and we take a pawn on d5 in the end of the line. So I'll just do that. d5 pawn has been attacked. Now I'm just threatening knight takes d5. If he takes on c3, I will capture with the bishop. And if we trade bishops, then dc, and on queen takes c3, I have queen takes d5. And he does have queen takes a3 in the end. But I'm not so sure if it's good for him. Would be extremely behind in development. I do have rook a1 at that point, and I'm not sure. It looks like black will win a pawn, but they might be a little bit getting carried away with not developing their pieces there. Queen c2 looks feasible here, like knight takes c3, bishop takes, pawn takes. All our pawns would be protected, and we also threatening to take on e4 and win the pawn there. So that certainly deserves consideration. Bishop f5 could be a bit annoying, but I think it's just knight takes e4 and d3, and I'm doing fine. And I'm gonna play, if bishop takes e4, I'm gonna play d3, and if de, I can play knight h4, I think. And I don't think I have any problems. So knight is hanging, so knight h4. This pawn is hanging, but I have the queen c8 check. Okay, I'm not sure about this. Oh, well, there you go, just hand my queen. Yeah. Let's look at this game really quick before we join the tournament again. Yeah, pretty bad game. I mean, I thought I was doing well, but looks like we got into some kind of home preparation here. So where did I go wrong? This engine doesn't like CD. CD, A3. Yeah. So I Messed this up quite a bit. B1 was a good move. Here I took on e4. Should take on e4 immediately. Yeah, why didn't I actually do that? And yeah, just knight h4 immediately would have been so much stronger. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, just queen c8, like really crazy blunder on my part. Queen c1, and I'm doing fine. Okay, well, getting back into the arena. Really awful game by me in round number 1. I hand my queen, and yeah. Okay, so we have Ryan with 4 points. We played a decent game, and just kind of like, you know, been a rough week a little bit, inexplicable blunder. But let's see if we can bounce back in the second round, and this will be the time to start berserking people and try to get back in the mix of things. This level of play was unacceptable. Chessmaster R with 2 wins in a row to start. And I'm gonna be berserk. I'm gonna play e5. Try to attack the bishop immediately. Play c6, develop my queen. So very bad start for us. And on bishop d3, it might be viable to play bishop b4. Immediately putting pressure on white's position. Just trying to develop in castle otherwise. I wonder if e4 is viable here. On bishop c4 we can play b5, bishop b3, a5. Well, so white's next move is probably going to be a castle. But the problem with playing e4 is that it opens up this bishop right there. So knight h5 is also looks very interesting to try to get this bishop. "15 minutes in, and we have no points yet after the horrible queen blunder in the first game. It could be interesting to just play h5 and h4 and see how the opponent reacts. Try to open up the h file and go for a quick checkmate. On this move, bishop d6 is interesting, but knight e4 is a bit concerning. Also any type of bishop move. If I play h4 and he takes my bishop, hg, fg, and I don't have a mate, so makes sense to put this bishop maybe on c5. The idea being that like once I undermine this pawn with h4, and if he ever takes with the pawn, the e3 pawn would be hanging. And h4 is coming next. We have RPLV Chess and Chessmaster R with the lead so far, both with 4 points. Ryan with really 2 nice wins result-wise over Eric. And yours truly with a terrible Queen C8 check move. Well, that's how it goes. Some days, what do they say? Some days you have a windshield, and some days you have a bug. And we were the bug in that game. Even though overall, as brief check showed, the play was decent. Bishop c4, just gonna proceed with the plan of very obnoxiously attacking his king. Thinking to take on g3, followed by queen h4. Knight f6 looks interesting here. But however, this leads to a queen trade, so what about queen to g5? It's not very clear how does white going to defend that g4 pawn. And that is why we played bishop to this diagonal, because now if any type of f3, the e3 pawn will be dropping. This knight has no good moves. This knight could come to e4. Okay, I'm totally missing absolutely everything today. Of course, that move was available and I did not see it. But now knight f6 is really strong, I think. This pawn is hanging 3 times. It only defended once. A move like f3, we play bishop e takes e3 check. And it only one time that this pawn can be guarded by bishop e2. It makes sense to take with the bishop here in order to be able to play rook d8 in some lines. Or maybe a knight. I don't know. Knight or bishop, that's a decision. Because the good thing about taking with a knight is like we can sack on e3 and have some kind of attack there as well. Well, let's grab with the bishop, I guess. The thing is he has knight e4 in some lines, so what do I do? Knight takes knight e4 immediately, so bishop takes. And if bishop takes, can I play rook d8 first? Because one thing I want to do is to discourage like this check on d6. Like for example, knight takes g4. He has knight e4. My queen has to move in such a way that it guards knight. Queen g6. Let's say knight d6 check is annoying. So rook d8. His queen would be attacked. There is no knight d5. There is no queen e2. There is queen f3. Knight takes g4. Knight e4, queen g6, and there's no check on d6, and that's very important. So I think it works. I only have 1 minute left. If I got it berserked, so I need to play very, very fast. Old Brooksy with 4 points, joining the leaders. Now knight e4, queen g6, and I think I should be good. But now this pawn is guarded by the queen down, so. And I want to play h3 and hg and open up the h file. check Berg with 4 points, joining the leaders. So f5 looks very interesting. Pushing that knight. I feel like knight c3 probably only move. Then can I trap his queen somehow? After like e4, bishop c7 type of stuff is what I'm looking at. Okay, if he just hung his knight, I can just take it. So now I don't have to keep attacking him, I can just castle and kind of chill. But h3 anyway here. And I try to open up his king. And then play bishop c7, e4 traps a queen. After that. Okay, let's go here. e4, I'm threatening like h2 check. I could have just played e4 and rook takes e2. I missing everything today in tactically. 49 seconds. Yeah, e4 and rook takes e2 just wins the second piece. And this is just over. But I have to manage my clock. Sorry, earlier I mentioned old Brooksy with 4 points. Okay, now e4 just anyway. Just should be crushing. He has to go queen h1, but then rook takes e2. He does have knight f4. God. Why did I miss all the tactical ideas? Knight f4 I missed. But okay, I'm still up a piece. Now up 2 pieces. With 44 seconds on the clock. We should have our first 3 points in this tournament. So now I can just take on e3, and if fe queen takes, should be winning. And now his rook is hanging as well. Very, very slow start. Okay. So we're in 6th place with 3 points after losing the first game, and RPLV Chess just wins his third game in a row. He took down Bobby Fischer the third again. Very impressive. And we're at 31 people in the tournament. So if we have Captain Cologne who's playing, Almestra hasn't played the game, neither did Celerio, so we have 29 players. Mr. Fadeaway also joined, and he's in progress. Thank you, Michael. Master from California. And RPL VHS is just on fire, and we get him again. So and I'm gonna repeat the same line. Gonna try e3 this time. So here, I can take in castle, or I can, yeah, that would work. And okay, on knight c3 he plays a3. But that's probably okay. Just go bishop c1 and rook b1. So made some adjustments in this game. We'll see what they pay out. Does this blunder a pawn? Knight takes c5. He moved quickly, so knight takes d5, knight takes c5. If I take, he takes on a1. But I think I can just take on e4 and play knight d2. Oh, then this pawn is hanging. So that's what he's banking on. But if I go knight b5, he's going queen a5. Oh, he always has knight takes c5. I keep forgetting that. Okay, so maybe queen b3. If knight takes c5 and what? So how do I hold knight takes c5? So knight takes d5, knight takes c5. Then my d knight is hanging. And my d knight is hanging. So queen. I need to find a good way to handle this. So what if queen c2, knight takes c5? And if queen b3, knight takes c5, dc, knight takes. So it's like very annoying. And if knight e2, also knight takes c5. So what is a way to not allow that? Queen e1, still he does that. Queen b3. So knight e4? Knight e4 is interesting. But then queen e5. Knight takes e4. Okay, knight takes e4, de, knight d2, knight takes c5, rook b1. The knight has to move. Knight moves, we take on e4. It should be good. Here. Now knight takes c5, rook b1. Knight moves, we take on e4. And b7 also hanging. So you can sneak in here. Okay, so but knight takes e4 here. And on f5 I have a check from b3. And if queen d5, queen d5, queen d3 perhaps. So take should be okay. So we got a pawn back. He's playing extremely fast, which is, you know, if he's in that top shape today, then why is he not berserking is the question. Chessmaster R with 8 points. Okay, queen d5, as expected. We can play this queen somewhere, like queen c2 or queen d3. He has queen takes a2, then we have rook takes b7. Also have this pawn. Queen d3, and what if f5? What am I doing on f5? Probably just knight g3. So this looks okay. Guard the knight. f5, I can go knight c3 as well. And then knight takes c3, queen takes c3, queen takes a2, rook takes b7. His a pawn looks very dangerous. Maybe just rook b3 and like take that pawn next move. Yeah, okay, so that's expected. What about knight g5 here? Or knight d2. Knight d2. He takes. I take this pawn. What do we got? And knight d2 looks like very reasonable. And I always have like queen b3, queen c4 type of check if I need. Well, I had it anyway with the rook card in it. So now the material is equal, but he has this guy hanging, he has this guy hanging. But he's up on the clock on 2 minutes. So this is a very important game early on because our PLV chess is on a streak, and we are not. So if we could win this game and stop his streak, that would really propel us to Good situation. We have 3 points so far after half an hour of play. Already losing to our PLHS earlier. So the knight on a4 actually does not have any good moves other than like knight c5, but then queen c4, take, and we're picking up the b7 pawn. So this feels like a very risky decision. And we can back up the b7 pawn, but then and then rook b8 take this one. Or we could just take on a3 immediately. And then any knight jumps, we take the knight. So this is protected, Like any knight b6 we take. So I think bishop takes a3. Looks good. Material equal, he has 2 pawns hanging at the same time. He's 2 minutes up on the clock. How is he going to handle this position? Very interesting to study the line from the last game and see if we can prep something better for g3 idea. And also this game. And kind of see, I'm gonna look at some GM games and some engine and some chessable courses, perhaps trying to get better in this particular variation for white. It leads to a very interesting play, no doubt. No doubt. So what is he gonna do? What would I do? I would play knight c3. Then can't I just play rook a1? And I think I win a knight. So I think I handled this position very well thus far, because I don't honestly see how to save one of the pawns. And the question becomes, how dangerous is this pawn? And I don't think it's very dangerous because he can't really push it effectively. So e7 pawn I can just grab, or I can grab the b7 pawn. So if I grab the b7 pawn, what is his plan? He's trying to go rook c3 on me. And then I have to move my queen, then this knight would be hanging. And I don't have the bailout check. So I could just do the bailout check now, like queen b3 check, trade queens, 2 pawns hanging, but then he does have rook c7. And maybe some kind of like rook fb1 after that. Seems like a safe route. If I take on e7, he goes rook c3. And I don't see a way to save myself, like queen e2, rook c2, or maybe just rook d1. Oh, I have queen f3. No, I don't, because pawn is not hanging. So rook takes b7, rook c3. Oh no, this piece will be. Bishop takes e7, rook c3 is what I need to handle here. So what I need to handle here. So I have queen e2, and I just don't like how my pieces are so sloppy in that line. Rook c2, d1, knight c3 wins for him. So I don't see anything better. I'm just gonna trade queens. But no, in that line he has knight c3. No, but I'm gonna take with the rook. Yeah, I'm gonna take with the rook. And now 2 pawns hanging, so I expect rook c7. And then I can swing my other rook to b1. But he has knight c3 idea. Yeah, I feel like I haven't played the best move. But the thing is, like, I had to make a move because I was getting low on time at some point. I don't want to get too low. I also don't want to win a pawn and suffer. I had rook a1 maybe as well. This rook fc8 is a pretty good move, I think. Okay, that's kind of ambitious, but can't I just take on b7? I don't understand his point. So if I take on b7, he takes on d4. Okay, looks like I have to take on e5, right? So I take on e5. b7 is still hanging. So here maybe I can sneak in knight f3 first. And then I take on b7. And then he doesn't really have any moves that seem to pose severe problems for me. Let's say bishop somewhere, I take on b7, I'm up a pawn. That's not going to be easy to convert that pawn. And we're down on the clock, but we're playing for 2 results. Basically. Well, I mean, that's at least a saying, like white can win or one can draw with an extra pawn. Of course, in the fast time control, anything can happen, so I think I can take this pawn. Knight c5, I just simply take. Knight c3, okay. Just check, there's nothing. This bishop is hanging though. So perhaps bishop b2 is interesting as well. If knight e2, king h1, and then we just trade bishops. And that seems to be okay. Because I feel like in this position, the knight should be better than the bishop because all the pawns are on the same flank. But I also have this idea of like rook takes g7, king takes g7, and then rook c1, and then try to pick up. So do I have that here? Take. No, I don't have that. So it looks like I have to take here and take here. And now see if I can win this position. Maybe it was better to put the pawns on dark squares, like some kind of g3. So my idea here is to trade rooks first and foremost. I'll play rook d1 first though, immediately threatening this check somewhat to push his king back to g8. Objectively speaking, the endgame without rooks have a very high chance to be winning for white. Okay, so what's his plan against? Could also go knight d4 and see if he wants to trade. Rook bishop for a knight. This move also threatens the fork. You never know. In 3 minutes, anybody can blunder. Okay, so can we convert that? It is not easy position. This move seems like a mistake to me because I can play h4. Okay, king g3 now. I need to swing this rook somewhere far, it feels like. Okay, so he wants to go f4 check. So maybe king f3 here. f4 we can always meet with rook e4 type of stuff. I'm not sure if it's good for him, by the way. Yeah, he's going for it, but that might be a bad move. So FG, HG, king here, take rook e4. Ooh, that's made. Let's not blunder again. Need to lift my rook. Protect the pawn. Oh god, he missed the win. Missed rook h1 winning. Okay, well, we put him on the ropes, but we got lucky in the end. He missed rook h1, rook g1 winning. I gotta play faster. I think overall, the last game could be counted as positive for us, rather than negative, but gotta finish the job with an extra pawn. I had to avoid the pawn trades. I mean, this should have been winning in the end. But, oh well. 45 minutes in, only in 12th place, with 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. Gotta go for elephant gambit. Queen's hanging, gotta take on g2. And okay, I think bishop h3 here. Or is it b5? I think b5 is a move here. Okay, but now we're threatening there. Okay, this check, is it dangerous? I have g6. And then block and bishop h3. And black wins, I think. I think knight e7 to stop any checks. Yeah, he doesn't understand this line. Bishop h3 is just killer. He needed to somehow guard that. I think he has queen b5 check. We go somewhere like knight bc6, take on c4, we take on f1, then we trap this knight and we should be winning. It's kind of like a quick and dirty opening to score a quick win. We're threatening queen takes f1 mate. Queen b5 check is the only move, followed by capturing on c4. Well, he didn't find it, so that's good for us. Just gonna take the rook. And now I have knight bc6 attacking his queen. There are no checks. I'm just gonna involve more resources. I'm up a piece here. And now I have knight f5 check. And if he takes this one, then some kind of queen e1. Maybe queen e1 immediately. Yeah. Because if knight e2, knight d5 wins a queen. And he might just fall for that. If king f4, I take on f2. Yeah. Okay, GG. Okay, nice and quick win to get us back in business to 7 points. And we need to go on a streak. Let's see if we get a new opponent. Do we need a berserk? Okay, so I think knight c6 here is good. I wonder if I can swing g5 in this line somewhere, cd and g5 right away, take on d4, but the e pawn takes, so maybe I'll just take here, see what he does. E pawn right away, okay. And g5, takes, queen a5 in the end. Just f5, park this knight here. Okay. Bishop e7. Maybe I should go d5 at some point. Queen e2, attacking the knight. The options are to move it and to play d5, but d5 gives up this hole. Over here, knight f6 too is possible. He's trying to play a free, I think. How about bishop g5? Not sure why he's going there. Let's develop this bishop, just so I could connect my rooks. h4. Maybe I should return to e4. And queen d8. See, come in here. Maybe rook f6 and swing it there this way to h6 and stuff. Looks reasonable. g3. g3, can I go rook g6 and take here? Bring the queen to d8. King g2. So trying to go h5 on me. I can play bishop here. Thinking about bishop h5 and rook c8. Okay, so that ends that plan. Take and rook g6 maybe, and rook h6 and then bishop h5 is also interesting. Okay, could take with the pawn perhaps. Okay. Does he want to play a free here? I think he does. Do I want rook c8? Want rook g6 maybe? Not sure what to do with this bishop. Bishop h5, f3, knight d6, let's say. What's going on there? What's my bishop doing? Then his knight can come out. So I want to discourage this with rook g6, I think. Okay. So is he trying to go h5 here? What if I go h5 myself? Looks reasonable. Did he blunder a pawn? So I'm gonna take on f5, right? Take on f5. Here queen takes. Now bishop's really bad. So maybe c5. No, c5 doesn't seem to work. Queen d6. Looks interesting. I have an idea of playing f4. Okay, can I take here? Can I play f4? Or can I take and play f4? He's gonna take here, right? ef, queen takes c3, f4. My bishop comes alive too, so maybe I'll do that. Trying to put him under pressure. Bishop d7 is viable now. Yeah, bishop d7 and fg is strong. Okay, I can take on f2. g3. We don't have to trade queens here. Queen f6, queen b4. Queen b4 looks good. Attack with d-pawn and prepare rook f8. Okay, he attacks my rook instead. Rook f6 maybe. He has check on here. Okay, bishop e8. I'll just go queen d6. Hold this steady. Hold this rook steady, play rook f8. Bishop f5 is a threat now. Okay, so do I have rook f6? There's a check there. I think I do. Rook f6 and bishop f5. We're up a pawn here. E6. He wants. What does he want? I have queen g3 check, which looks very strong. There's no check on c8, so I think I'm good. Okay, he comes here. Queen g2 check will win a rook. Captain Cologne with 12 points. Okay, there is a check here, but I have rook f8, and that's it. There's no more checks, I think. Relatively nice game for us. 9 points. The leader is Buster Sword with 12. So chess prize. How many points in this thing? What's he trying to do? Trying to position my rook on the same file as his queen. And maybe go for some kind of b4, b5 here. I think knight takes is viable here. The pawn's hanging. I see what he's trying to do, but we have bishop d3, don't we? Don't think he can do that yet, because bishop d3 and f3 win piece. Yeah, he gotta go g6 first, but it gives us enough time to play f3. And protect the e pawn. Okay, so a5, we can play b4, I think. And the only reason for concern is d5. Maybe knight c2 here. Attacking this pawn on d6. Sort of, like bishop cannot leave. No, I can play bishop f4. So just rook e6 possible. 95, I missed that move. But c5 could be very interesting here. As well as some kind of like 93. Overprotect this guy. Maybe thinking of some kind of queen c2 to attack here. He does have queen a5, and then I'm not sure. Can also pull this guy back and play f4. So queen c2 looks interesting. Expecting queen a5. He's playing really strong and really fast. I'm glad I didn't berserk him. I don't subscribe to the belief that if somebody berserks, you have to berserk back. That's kind of like your right to do that or not. Now he has b5 also, or does he? So bishop g3 looks interesting, g4 looks interesting, but risky. One idea I have is bishop e1. This move creates a bunch of holes in his position, but stops f4. Queen c5 is annoying, or this. So I have to defend my knight. He's back. He's back where he came from. Does he want to draw? Is he coming off a loss or off a win? He might not know the rule that you don't get points if you draw. But let's repeat one more time, maybe. Kind of hint that we want to draw. He doesn't mind, he says. But it's not good for him if he's not coming off a win. Just want to make some keen move, maybe. What about knight f5? He'll take. Let's play bishop f1 just for the heck of it. Just not to repeat. We're up on time. Our position should be slightly better. Knight g4 looks interesting just to trade the knights. But the pawn will be hanging. That's a problem. Knight e2 looks really passive. He played so quickly so far. Okay, so he's going for it anyway. Now he's threatening. If we take, this pawn is dropping, or it's not dropping? It's not dropping because bishop guards it. Not sure if he's happily going for it, but I don't know if it's good for him. I'm threatening knight f6. Okay, f pawn or h pawn. H pawn, right? e5 check is a threat. And he might have missed it. Okay, so take it there. He's gonna take here. Do I have d7? He does have this configuration here. That's dangerous. So I should probably take on g4. He takes my rook's hanging, or like rook d4 or something. Queen h5. What's a threat? There's no threat. So I can take on rook d4, I think. And then this pawn is hanging. Okay, queen g5. What about queen d2 here? Overprotecting this guy. I have idea of c5, bishop c4. Okay. d7, d8. It almost works there. Do I have g3 here? Take with check. Bishop takes. c5 looks good. Idea here also, right? I could have just taken that pawn. What am I doing? He just hung that pawn, and I missed it. Now I'm not really threatening anything now because this pawn is guarded. What am I doing? Okay, f5. It really opens up his king. See, if I take, queen takes, rook takes. I'll take on a4 first. Rook d7. I have bishop c4 check if I need to. Let's return. f3. Trade queens. Take one here. Feels like it should be winning. Like take on g4, takes, rook takes g4, rook g7. And like, can I promote there with like d7 and stuff? Or I don't need to do any of that stuff, like just take. Like take on bishop h3, what does he do? Rook g7, king f1. Hanging. I'm low on time. Here. Threatening. Check, bishop e1. Okay, so 2 wins in a row, and we're in third with 13 points. Buster Sword with some strong results. We have 3 people requesting to join. Gonna accept Bruce Wayne. And we're gonna decline this guy because I don't know who they are. We are at 13 points with 2172 performance after a horrific start with a loss, facing the queen and drawing with an extra pawn. But win over Oni and chess proxies. Glad I didn't berserk them. Time became a difference. Playing slow. 43 minutes left in arena. Looks like RPLV chess is taking a break with 10 points. Very, very strong performance. 2496 performance. Great job by Ryan. Oni is bouncing back. Hari Uno with 9 on the roll. And we have 33 players in the tournament. We have Bruce Wayne just joined. Solorian did not join. El Maestro did not join. Vendetta just joined and playing. So we have 3 people, 2 people not playing. So we're playing Bruce Wayne. So gotta take Bruce Wayne seriously because this is like a 4-point game potentially. It says I'm 2-0 against him, so should I berserk him? Well, perhaps it's worth doing. Okay, here knight d7 perhaps. This pawn is hanging. So perhaps queen c7 will attack this guy, but maybe a6. And queen here. H4. I wonder if I can take on e5. I think I... Oh, he protects it 3 times. Go rook d8. Idea to possibly swing this knight across. Good move by him, I guess. And h5 could be a little annoying. But I think maybe I can play h5 myself. It's a very risky decision. And rook d5 is my idea. Okay. Now I can take on h4. That wins the pawn. And now we need to protect our king side, maybe 97 of some sort. Try to trade bishops. Try to bring the other knight to g6 as well, is the idea. Don't think any knight check really work. So I can just take and queen g4 check. I can play knight g6, I think. But it's getting pretty dangerous out there. This looks like a pretty good move by him. I think I need to play knight g6 as I planned. And then maybe try to double my rooks on the d file. Yeah, I should take on g2 and play rook d5. Then the other rook to d8. That should be better. This knight is annoying, but I also have a bishop to do any taking. Yes, I should definitely take on g2 and play rook d5 next, if he lets me. Which I don't really see how he wouldn't. Like rook d5, rook d8, and then idea rook d2. We have all Brooksy with 17 points, Ty and Bastard Sword with 17, Mr. Fadeaway J24 with 14, King Smegma 14, and we're fifth with 13 points. With 37 minutes left in the arena. In this game, playing Germain, I berserk because I think I have to take risks to try to win first in this arena. Try to score a 5-pointer here would be huge, especially with Ryan taking a break after 4 games. We can definitely try to get on the roll. Not sure if queen here benefits me or not. Okay, I think we should trade rooks, play rook d8. And pre-move this move. Try to put the queen on d5. We try to play to convert the extra pawn. Like he playing queen to the d file. I think pretty forced. And then we would play queen d5 and no, he doesn't do that. That's interesting. But queen d5 anyway. I feel like queen is very strong. Threatening a2. Can play bishop c7. There is another idea of me playing queen d1 at h4. And I'm not sure what's going on there. It's pretty strong because like queen d1, king g2, knight h4, and if king g3, knight f5 wins the queen. If king h3, queen f1, that's winning. So that's a strong threat. Queen d1 at h4. And I'm also attacking the a pawn. So if he guards the a pawn, okay. Well, it just wins, right? Queen d1 at h4, and then queen f1 in the end. Knight h4 check should be killer. Queen f1. It looks like this gamble might have paid off. With 35 minutes left in the arena, we're gonna be in the first place with 18 points for second, and we'll see what happens. 35 minutes, that's without berserk 20 minutes a game, with berserk 15 minutes a game. So we have one berserking game and one non-berserking game. So we'll see what happens. If we get somebody like on the lower side, good berserk, and then try to win and don't berserk after that. So 4th win in a row after a very slow start. Bruce Wayne, a very good player. Very interesting game. Interesting opening. Worth looking into again. And Bastard Sword with 21 points. Wow. And he took down King, no, he lost to King Smegma. He took down Old Brooksy and Checkberg and Mr. Fadeaway. And he's berserking. And we get him. He has 15 seconds to decide what he's doing. He's berserking us back, okay. Ambitious. Does not take on b4. Looks like a pretty good position. Threatening bishop takes h7 here, which I think works. Okay, so can I sack on h7? Bishop takes, king takes, knight g5. If bishop takes, pawn takes, and queen h5, I think it just wins right there. See what he does. Just waiting for him to make a move. If bishop takes, pawn takes, check from a rook, king moves, and queen h5 followed by checkmate. If he doesn't take the knight, let's say king g8, queen h5, queen h7 is checkmate. If king g6, I do have h5 check. And this should end very badly for him. If king h6, I have knight takes e6, winning the queen. I think this just wins. And also it's good that he's getting down on the clock. Even if this somehow was not working, the fact that okay, so let's just calculate one more time. We have queen d3, we have h5, h5, king f5, queen f3 check, king takes e5, bishop f4, Should end in some kind of mate somewhere. Could also go queen g4 here. Queen g4. Queen d3, f5, ef, check. Yeah, queen d3. King h6, queen h7 mate. So he has to go f5, right? f5, ef, check. Yeah, queen d3 wins. He should probably resign here to give himself more time in the arena as well. Give me more time. It doesn't make sense to drag these things out in the arenas because you're hurting yourself too. His king is defensive basically. I have king h5. Okay, so here. Wait a second. Did I miss that? Queen f3 check, king g6, queen e4 check, rook f5. What am I doing? Jesus. Okay, here h5 or queen e4. Here just knight f7, king h there, queen e4 check, king g, king there. Christ. How does he get to leave still after this? So maybe here queen e4 of some sort. Okay, why is he not resigning? Okay. 23 points. And fadeaway with 22. Really playing well. 22.05 performance. We are with 22.56 performance. Looks like Ryan not gonna play anymore. 25 minutes left in the arena. Mr. Fadeaway is playing a game. Who do we get? Oni is playing a game. King Smegma is available, so it's probably gonna pair us against him. Brooksy is playing. Rino is playing. Captain Kalon is not playing. And Nefa is not playing. So we should get Nefa or King Smegma. Okay. So should we berserk? 25 minutes left in arena. Should probably berserk. E4, very interesting. I'm trying to play queen b6 next, perhaps. Let's do that. Play here. e5. Gotta play really fast. Then one thing I can do is to play queen c7. Is knight c5 available, perhaps? Is bishop c5 available? Threatening this. I in this pawn as well. If bishop takes, I take with the bishop. Last week we had 30 points. Okay, I'm gonna take on d3 here with check. And suck his king into d3. Now maybe b5 or bishop e6. b5 restricts his knight, and then idea bishop e6. We have a bishop pair. Let's play bishop e6. I and this guy. Can we take it? Take b3 looks dangerous. Let's not take it yet. Bishop e7, gonna castle short. Just makes sense to put a rook on the open file. Trying to swing my knight somewhere useful, like here perhaps after bishop c5. He just stopped that, but can I go c5 myself and c4? He's playing just as fast as I'm playing. But I'm berserking, so that's not a good sign for us. g4. Overprotect this guy, so I have an option of going knight b6. Knight f5, I'll play bishop f8. King h7 and g6 perhaps. Did I hunt this like 96, rook takes d6? Then okay, so let's guard that. Rook c6 maybe. And g6 to kick him out from there. Well, he might reroute his knight like that. g6, and then they have rook to c8, an idea before. Maybe I should just go before anyway. Yeah. Now before. Now we have bishop takes. And we win a rook. Well, he has king b1, I guess. But this should be winning. And we have 18 minutes. We're 6 points in the lead. Brooks is in the game. So who are we gonna get? Nobody's available. I will get Mr. Nice Guy. Good take, but I wonder how many games did I play e4 in today? I think only one. But it also feels like I had more whites than blacks. I had twice 2 whites against Ryan. Maybe bishop b2 is too early. Maybe I should play e3 here, I think is the move. Yeah, I confused the move order, such an idiot. e3 is the move. Yeah. e3 first, or castle, then bishop b2, because sometimes bishop doesn't go to b2. Totally forgot everything, like things I study, just kinda forgot. So this could be the last game of the tournament if it goes for 15 minutes. Okay, here I need to castle. If he goes d4, I take and play rook e1. This is a reverse Benoni setup. I played this many times. He's not going for that, so does that mean I can go knight c3 here? Perhaps. Or queen e2. Yeah, queen e2 looks reasonable. Good spot for my queen. Now maybe rook d1. If we win this game, we win a tournament. Okay, so this is interesting. So now I can play knight c3 and rook c1. Okay, he also has bishop a6. I think, so is it rook c1 first or is it d4 first? Maybe rook c1 first. Let's line up our rook on the same file as his queen. And we want to go d4. So this position I studied in Alejandro Ramirez's greatest DVD, and he gives a couple of examples of some very nice wins for him. Okay, so what do I take with? I can take with a pawn or a knight. Or do I take on d5? No, right? Pawn takes? I think so. Pawn takes. Now I'm threatening to take there. Or am I? Okay, so BC. Now maybe some kind of d5 to blow everything up. So we have a pawn structure which is called hanging pawns, and hanging pawns can be a strength or a weakness. if black in this scenario can blockade them or restrict them, they could be weak. Otherwise, if we get them rolling, this could be a big edge. I think I need to go d5 regardless. Just kind of d5, close my eyes and just go. Because once knight moves, there's gonna be all kind of like discovered attacks. He can move his bishop too somewhere right now. So this pawn is protected twice, it's attacked twice. Now it's attacked 3 times, and I do have knight e4 here. So that's what I was kind of banking on. And where does his queen go? So like bishop c5 seems to be the only move, but then I just take on f6. And I think that just wins. Because now if he takes knight takes f6, check. And do we have time for one more game? Or do we even want one more game for that matter? We have 33, 9 ahead of everybody else. Somebody's trying to join the tournament. I don't know who that is, so I'm not gonna accept. It's a simple rule, guys. Write who you are. Write who you are. Okay, so do we need to play the last game to secure the arena? Or can we just chill? 12 minutes. Can any of these guys catch me at this point if they beat me? Doesn't look like it, and I can also I wonder so if we both berserk, that gives us enough time for one game. Played 10 games already, have 1 loss, 1 draw, 8 wins, 34 players. Thank you guys for supporting the tournament. Almaestro did not get a chance to join. Salorio forgot again. Come on, Daniel. Comandante Vegas is playing. Welcome back, buddy. Kevin Reyes is playing. Space Hero. Aiden. Lots of draws. Interesting. Lon Lon is fighting. Bao Bao with 8 points. Chessmaster R started really strongly with 3 wins and then kind of slowed down a little bit. Marius with 9 on the streak. And we get last Cayman. So we have to berserk. There's no time. So we might not finish this game in time. So it might be feasible to offer a draw and get arena points if we get close to that point. Because we have 15 minutes in the game, 10 minutes in the arena. So at some point white needs to go d4, I think. I mean, sure. And we can go b5, pretty standard. Trying to expand on the queen side, grab some space, maybe kick this knight with b4. a6 is also viable after that. I think d5, b4 probably is in black's favor, like d5, b4, dc. We take the knight, to check, we take on d7, they take on c3, we get a better pawn structure. Bishop g5, very interesting move. Just gonna play g6, a6 here, sorry. to strengthen this configuration here and play bishop b7. And I'm delaying castling for a second. So you know, we of course will see how this game goes, but the conclusions on most of the arena thus far, horrific queen blunder, like total brain fart in the first game. I mean, blunders happened to me quite a bit, but blunders of this variety where I just hand my queen, that is, you know, pretty crazy. Okay, d5, we can play c5. That's kind of the idea, I think. Yeah, and then kind of like had some really good games against Oni and Czechberg. I understand that they berserked and I didn't, so the advantage was on my side. But we saw in a Czechberg game in particularly that I had less time in the end, so when I'm playing somebody who is playing faster than me like that, it was a pretty good idea not to berserk. And against Oni, again, the opening position was quite suspect. I again continue to say that I don't have an opening against d4, and by that I mean when I face masters, I tend to get bad positions that I don't have a good feel for. So that game does not make me happy in any way. So the question is, should I castle here, or I mean, and I think I should. Just to castle, play rook e8. Not sure what the bishop is doing on over there exactly on g5. If white wants to take, that favors black. Black has less space. And for the moment, we kind of need to chill a little bit. Just kind of get our pieces proper. Rook to e8 first of all. Maybe knight to b6. Need to figure out what to do with this guy. Need to figure out if we're gonna go b4, because the disadvantage of going b4 also that it gives up the c4 square, where this knight can occasionally jump in, and that's a paradise square for the white knight. So white can try a4, to which we probably should play rook b8 and kind of hold this whole configuration and not let white to penetrate on the queen side. The assessment of a position, I would say probably white is slightly better. Yeah, okay, so our choice is b4, and then they can relocate the knight like that. That would be pretty good. So I think we should kind of chill and play rook b8. I'm gonna pre-move AB. The question is, with 6 minutes left in the arena that we are winning anyway, no matter what happens in the last game, should we play for rating? Assuming our position is viable, like better or equal. Should we play for rating points, or should we play for the arena points? Okay, c4 is interesting here. c4, b3, then b4 maybe. Yeah, I think c4 certainly deserves consideration here. White was attacking this pawn. Now it's also viable to perhaps swing this knight here to c5. That is why it's important to have rook on e8. So whenever like black has a knight on c5 and this guy here, after b4 we could win this pawn, but we don't have such a possibility with this bishop not being defended. Although, what am I talking about? My queen would guard that knight, that bishop. So maybe knight c5 is viable with an idea of going b4 and winning the e4 pawn. And we're getting close on the clock, so the decision will need to be made. Do we offer a draw and lock up two arena points and some rating drop against a player ranked 1821? Or do we try to push for a win and not get any arena points and finish with 33? So that is a question. Okay, so here it's viable to play knight c5, I think. Then we are threatening to play b4 and knight takes here. White was threatening some kind of rook a7. Okay, white sees that, plays this move. Okay, now we have a bishop pair. The bishop is not very good though. And we managed to correct our positions in the sense that we managed to win some space on the queen side back. So the white has more space in the center. Okay, white tries to double. Okay, that's very interesting. But this gives us a chance to go here and here. So I was going to go bishop d7. Bishop b7 will hand this pawn. Okay, so bishop d7 anyway, I think is viable. And just to protect this pawn. And maybe some kind of queen b7. But then there is rook invading here, so I don't know. Maybe g6 for now, to just kind of chill. Just kind of sit on the position, have the opportunity to swing this bishop here if needed, get some space for my king. Maybe bishop g7 f5 is also viable in some lines. And rook a7 is nothing. I'll play rook b7, I think. And we'll gladly trade rooks if that's what he wants. So in arena wise we have Mr. Fadeaway J24, Master Michael Yee from LA with 27 points, very strong performance. Buster Sword is on fire with 25. Our good friend Oni with 24. Okay, rook a8. Trade rooks here, play king g7, that's one option. Or just play rook b8 and see what he does. So 2:11 left in the arena. It's going to be hard to win this game during arena time. So what's he trying to do? Maybe let's go king g7. Is he trying to go b3? This looks like let's win this bishop somewhere more useful. Like here or here. Although I might have to cover my king side first because there's this and this and this. Yeah, exactly. So now he's gonna try to come at me again, so that's fine. And what do I have? This bishop guards g5, so I can always trade there. Can I go for queen a7? I'm going through the highway robbery pawn collection over here. Okay, so to offer a draw or not to offer a draw, that's the dilemma. Should play f6 probably just to stop all this nonsense here. Now white might not take a draw here, thinking that they're better. Okay, draw offer sent, 34 seconds. If white accepts a draw, we get 2 arena points. Alright, excellent. Back to a tournament. We finish with 35. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this arena. Let's go over the final results. We had 34 participants. We had a couple of people that did not play, so 34 registration, 32 played. Yours truly won the event with 35 points. I think, let's be honest, let's give some props to Ryan, who played excellent chess, 2500 performance, played beautifully, and beat us in the first game. Was winning for one move, I think, in the end, in the second game, and just decided to take a break for whatever reason. We have some strong players here, finishing outside of top 10. Chessperk, who's a master. Captain Kalon, who's a master. Natha, 17 points, very well done. Harry Una, 9th. Chess practice in the 8th place. Vendetta came in late, won every game, 5 wins. King Smegma in 6th place with 22 points. Master Oni finished in 5th with 24. Old Brooksy, another master, 2203 performance, 2373 rating. What a beautiful number that is. Scores pretty well with 1 draw and only 2 losses. Buzz the Sword, 25 points, very well done. Mr. Fadeaway J, 24, Michael Yee, master from LA, my good friend, 2nd place, congratulations. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play. And yours truly started pretty poorly. Terrible loss in round 1. Could not convert the extra pawn in the 3rd game against Ryan. Then played reasonably well in all the games. Really nice win over Buster Sword with bishop takes h7 sec. Last Cayman position was quite unclear, I want to say, and I think the draw helps me for sure. Did it help last Cayman? It did help him to get 2 points as well, so that props him to the 14th spot. So thank you guys for watching it, and I'm gonna stop the video right now.